The Springfield School Department held a number of events recently to help high school students navigate through the college application process. Some of the events included college visits to help students as they plan for the future and help with SATs. Carolee McGrath sat down with Dr. Leticia Boyles, a school counselor at the High School of Science and Technology, John Szmczyk, a school counselor at Central High School, and Akaela McMillan, a senior at SciTech, to learn more.
Springfield Public Schools has an opportunity for all levels to be able to experience the College Month activities. At the high school level, however, we are involved in a lot of different things, such as some college visits, such as some colleges visiting with us and meeting with students, different activities in order to get the college process moving. But to be honest, we start that process a little bit sooner than their actual senior year. For example, our Summer Melt program that we run every summer, this is our second summer that we just concluded, where we have students who are rising seniors, so at the end of their junior year, they participate with us, involved in several different workshops throughout the summer. We have workshops from college searching, from completing college essays, as well as making sure that they find the financial resources to be able to afford college. We had also once a week made sure that we had college visits where seniors could now participate and go on college campuses, engage with college advisors, as well as see the campus and see what it all has to offer. We also make sure that we include our seniors who are leaving us and going off to college and making sure that they have all the resources that they need, from making sure that they waive their insurance if they already have insurance under their parents, as well as finding last dollars to be able to afford the colleges that they go to. A lot of times students change their mind because of other reasons, whether it be family related or financial needs, and we provide the opportunity to be able to give both them and their parents the support to make sure that they actually enter college in their fall year. But as far as this month, the work that we're doing is continued work that we have started years before or even throughout the summer. So for example, yesterday there was groups of our students who participated in many different rotations, from completing the Common App to
which is overwhelming.
Yes.
For anybody. I'm overwhelmed when I hear that whole Common App thing. Yeah.
So the Common App is a good tool because of the simple fact that if students are looking at four-year colleges and they are Common App affiliated, they can complete one application to be able to submit to colleges rather than completing several applications.
But you still have to do the essays.
You still have to do the essays. The good part about the essays is that we have a partnership with our English department, so our 12th grade English teachers are very involved in the whole college going process. They give us a lot of their classroom time to complete a lot of this work. They also are in partnership with us in completing the work. So our students are actually completing their college essays in English class with the help of their English teachers.
That's very, very helpful. Kayla, tell me a little bit about you. I know you're a senior at SciTech. What are your plans?
Well, after this year, I plan on attending a college, most likely around the local area. I will be getting my bachelor's for nursing, so I can go off and be a registered nurse in the labor and delivery unit.
Good choice. Good choice. Do you have anybody in your family that has a medical background, or is this just something that...
No, I don't. My mom is into counseling, and my father does work in the factory.
Okay, that's a great field. Obviously not something I was talented at, but I mean, there's such a need for nurses, too. So tell me a little bit about the college help that you've received at SciTech building up to this. When you were a freshman, did you know that you wanted to be a nurse?
So coming into freshman year, it was kind of like an explorer thing, figuring out what you want to do. It's like, it's okay if you don't know, but if you do, we have these programs that we can help you with. I came into high school thinking I want to be a nurse, not knowing what kind of nurse at the time, but knowing that I did want to be a nurse. So with that information, I was able to go to our internship coordinator, Coach Scoville, and he pointed me out to the program called BSEP, which is the Student Educational Program through Bay State Hospital. And there I went and I was able to go through different fields in the hospital, go outside the hospital, see different things that had to do with the medical field, kind of get my mind where I want to be exactly in the hospital. That's how I ended up picking labor and delivery. I kept doing the program freshman year, sophomore year, junior year. And with that information, knowing that I wanted to be a nurse now, the different programs that we get at the schools, like the college visits that come and talk to us, I get to find out right then and there, do they have nursing? Can I use that? So the fact that they take their time to come to our school and talk to us, that's really helpful. We also get opportunities to go out to colleges and see what they're like. Me personally, I want a college that has great food and wonderful dorms, but I also need to make sure that they have nursing and that the nursing program will help me. Will I be able to make it through? Do I meet those requirements and stuff like that? So it's really Dr. Boyles, and we have Coach Scoville, different people in our school that help us with whatever, finding out what we want to do, helping us get to the mindset and idea of how we could get there. And then once we're there and we know what we want to do, they give us opportunities to go out and start interacting with those people, get our names out there into the community.
So you are incredibly driven. She should be a presenter, probably at like a college workshop for teens and for parents. But tell me a little bit, I mean, there are obviously kids who are freshmen. They're just entering school. Not everybody's going to say right from the get-go, I want to be a nurse. Some kids might be like, college, that's 4 years away. How do you kind of change the conversation for them and show them, what the possibilities are? If you start with a clean slate freshman year, this is where you can go.
Sure, absolutely. So we do offer a transition program over the summer where it's students that are rising from 8th grade to 9th grade that are selected to participate, and we think it's an awesome bridge in the sense that it supports the students both academically but also socially and emotionally. In that program is where we start to embed some of the developmental lessons as counselors around post-secondary plans such as career aspirations. It's multi-tiered level supports, so on the threshold where there's school-wide expectations around creating that culture. So for example, it doesn't necessarily start in high school, but right from pre-K. So an example of that may be teachers having pennant flags on their door or college shirts Fridays to begin having those conversations. So it's nice to know that within the district we can build on students' prior knowledge of perhaps any identified strengths, weaknesses, and interests. We're lucky to have incorporate Naviance, which is a 21st century technology where students can access different programs and individual assessments, which then gives counselors information how we can best then follow up with students to best support them with any decisions that they have around post-secondary plans. So we lay it out in the classroom setting as a whole for all students to take different career-related assessments, and then one-on-one and individually we create a plan with each student and check in to make sure they're on track for graduation, to talk about what does GPA mean and how it sets them aside on their transcript when other high-stakes people are reviewing it, such as employers or college admissions officers. So having those difficult yet meaningful conversations and kind of seeing where they measure up and what a good fit is for their future plans, and not only knowing where they're at now, but having a path to get to maybe a traditional four-year school may not happen right away realistically for some students, and having those conversations with not only the student but engaging the families as well.
So some kids don't want to go to college, and I think the idea used to be that you have to go to college, to get a great job. And while it is good, to have those goals of higher education, there are such a need, for skilled workers. And you keep reading article after article. How do you encourage those kids? I know there's Putnam and they have this great vocational program, but the kids who might not be, ready to go to like a four-year college, and try to direct them into a vocational trade.
Okay, so within our schools, we definitely do make sure that they are well equipped as far as if they have the option of going to college. But yes, there are some students that decide to go to the military, and there's other students that decide to go to work because they're unsure. A lot of times, a lot of students would like to be students at schools such as Putnam, where they have the actual trades at their schools. However, you know, there's only a certain amount of students that can be housed in that building. But with our students that are interested in other fields, such as skilled laborers, we do encourage them to look at some of the community colleges in the area, because some of the community colleges have certificate courses for those jobs that they may be interested, such as a lot of times we often hear students talking about being mechanics. And mechanics make a lot of money.
Yes, they do.
Plumbing is another one.
Electricians.
Electrician. As well as carpenters. So a lot of the community colleges do have certificate courses, especially STCC is one of the colleges that some of our students explore as far as certificate courses, because that's the direction that they would like to go in. So we definitely support all options and make sure that they have the right information moving forward to make that their reality.